snacks. Okay, I don't go live very often, so this is an anklet I made with some iridescent glass beads and some stainless steel eye pins and jump rings. Ugh. Trying to like get it in there. These are for sale at Open Space Art Gallery. As you can see, I'm got them right here, and I'm going to take them upstairs. That's where I am right now, is at Open Space Art Gallery. Check it out. Together we create. Isn't that wonderful? Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Oh, all right. So what I tried making some little videos. So I was making studs. These are 20 gauge copper studs. This is 18 gauge. Because the 20 gauge, I've been wearing a pair of the 20 gauge with feathers that are about half this size, and the beads I used on them were are like a 2 or 3 millimeter faceted kyanite bead. This is a glass bead with some iridescent finish, not a finish, it's part of the glass bead. I don't know how it's made, but anyways, so copper studs. I saw some other artists making these and they're so cute. So anyways, I wanted to make a pair with thicker wire because the ones I have are, the 20 gauge ones I have are a little delicate. When I take them in and out, I have to grab them with my nails. I can just like pull them out. So I already tested the 18 gauge and it is a little thicker in my ears, but I've never gauged up my ears. I've only ever used like the average earring studs, or sorry, earring hooks, things like that. So what you do to make these is you get your wire and you're going to cut 4 inches, 4¼ inches of your wire, okay? And a 1/2 inch up, let me show you, a 1/2 inch up, you're going to grab it. Shit, I didn't show it from the beginning. I'm sorry. I made some short videos that I'm going to post that went through the process a lot faster. And now I'm live streaming, and I don't normally live stream because I'm super nervous about it. Anyways, so thanks for being here. So this was 4 inches, and I started here. Now, while you're wrapping this around, don't just hold it here because it's going to break. That wire right in this area, right in that area, is going to get too bent up, and it's going to break on you. So I want that hole to be a little tighter because I like my holes tight. Anyways, if you know, you know. Okay. So I'm gonna put this in here. I keep getting distracted because I'm live streaming. Put it in there. Keep it nice and flat on this part. And I'm gonna start to twist it around. Man, those tutorials when people have it like perfectly like right in front of them and it's at the right angle, like I don't know how they do it. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep live streaming so I can figure it out. Hey, oh, it looks like it's a little bunched up. Let's see if you can see it there. See, it's a little bunched up right there. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna stick it right in there. I love this little anvil. It's so cool. I'm gonna straighten it out right now. There we go. Nice and straight. Huh, I wonder if I can, it's too hard with the 20 gauge. I have to stick it back in my curved needle nose pliers. Whoop. Yeah, I'm feeling super extra awkward with the live streaming, but I'll get there. Okay. See, just keep pushing it there. Just wrapping it around, and I'm pushing it down with my finger. It's still getting kind of let's see if you can see here. Oh, okay, so you can see how it's like curled up. It was much easier to do with the 20 gauge. This is 18 gauge again that I'm working with, but see, look at that. Flattened out real nice. I would imagine it's probably better to flatten it out as you go than to try to do it towards the end. Now I have about an inch there, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the loop on the end now because it's just easier. You could even do the loop before you start, but I am going to grab this with my Beadsmith rounded needle nose pliers. You can use really any needle nose pliers, but I found that the cheaper ones tend to slip, and that can be really frustrating. Oh, I'm gonna grab it. A little bit at a time. If you're grabbing it over here and you're trying to twist it, it'll get kinked up in weird ways if you're trying to get like a perfect swirl. And ta-da! Okay, now I'm gonna put it. I had this anvil for a while and had no idea what that hole was for. And I think I saw another artist do it, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. That's what that's for. Okay, so I try not to hammer this part too much, because if I do want to hammer it a little bit to strengthen the wire. But if you hammer this too much, you're going to have to make the feathers a lot larger. And I already prepped these two. Oh, wait, that's for my next set. Haha. So these ones right here were 3/4 of an inch. And this one I have not feathered out at all. Okay. I did make sure that my ends were nice and flat. And one of the ways you can start by doing that is you don't cut with this side. You make sure that you cut with this. I only saw one wire artist talk about that. And it just gives you a nice, more of a flush cut. Look, let's see if we can zoom in here and look at this. I'm like, where's the camera? Ha, there it is. Look at that. You can see how that's at a point, right? That's because it was like that. So if I want to get a nicer flat end, that's not going to take me as long to use my metal grinder, my metal file. I can't find words. Can you tell I'm nervous? Anyways, watch this. The end is already much flatter. I'm trying to get it to focus. It's not. I give up. But anyways, I cut my wires and I'll file the metal. Use the metal file. I'm like looking at my phone. This is not working well, but I am not giving up. It's happening. Okay, so I'm going to hammer this out some more. I just hammer it out until I'm happy with it. You can stick your finger in there. You're more likely to hit it, but, you know, I've done that hundreds of times already. Okay. Oh, that's cat scratch. I have a couple feral cats that I feed. And Jazz, he's friendly. He's taking naps on my lap, but you know, he's not mean. He just gets defensive. And I was walking the dogs and he was rubbing up on my legs and I was petting him, and it was nighttime and he tends to be a little bit more defensive at night. And something startled him, and usually I get a hiss and I have time to like just leave him alone, give him his space. But he hissed at me and he scratched me pretty fast, and I pulled back, which if you have cats, you know, you don't pull back when they smack at you because it's just going to dig in deeper. I yelped and he ran away. That's how I knew he was like, oh crap. So I'm just going to hammer the post just a little bit to post of a set. I already filed this. So these look so cute on the ears. Okay, so this is the piece of copper that I cut to feather out. And I found the easiest way to go is just to hold it. Can you guys see that? I don't know. Ooh, maybe I should have a computer like in front of me. So instead of trying to look at my phone, I just look at the computer out in front of me. Yeah. I'm like bent over at a weird angle. So anyway, so I try to feather like barely a 1/4 inch. Because when I did it up higher on one earlier, okay, so like see these? Whoop. I did it the same way, but see I feathered this up higher than I really wanted, and then I wanted the bead down here, ended up here, so I just tried to make them both even. And after you hammer it out and it's feathered out, I take those and I gently use my little file here. Like this is just what we had laying around. I don't know, my husband was like, here babe, it looks like you need metal files, and I found this in my stuff, and there's like a whole set of these. I'm sure there's probably something maybe a little bit better to use. This was like the finest one. Honestly, I need something a little finer. And if anybody's thinking nail file, yes, I have used nail files, and it's not great with anything thicker than 20 gauge. So just make sure that's nice and soft. Now let's hammer. It's hammer time. Am I aging myself? Oh no. Oop. So when I get about halfway to where I want it, I'm going to flip it and do the other side. And when you try to do this, you might get some like hard lines in here. Maybe I'm being too picky. I try not to get that. Or I try to lightly hammer it out if I do. Ooh. So it did bend, it curved a little bit. So I've found if you grab the whole thing, you gotta be gentle because now it's feathered out. It's kind of thin on those sides. Oh, see, tricky a little bit. I kind of like mumbled the last of that. I caught myself, kind of. Okay, now I'm gonna gently file it. Okay, I gotta switch hands here. Started playing around with wire. Oh, probably like 6 or 7 years ago. Oh my God, I just did it. Don't do it.
6, 7.
Oh my God. I started getting more serious about it about 4 years ago when I started vending and being more part of the art community in my town, which is absolutely amazing. If you have a budding or well-established art community in whatever town you live, whatever area you live in, and you're not getting in there and finding out what's going on, I highly suggest you do that because it can be a wonderful, many wonderful things to be a part of. Okay. Again, I'm going to take my Beadsmith needle nose pliers. They're great. They like never slip unless I'm using like 16 gauge wire, but I mean that stuff's pretty thick. I just kind of go slow with it. Okay, so I got that circle, my circly circle. I have ADHD if you haven't noticed. I say random stuff. And I'm just going to bend it because I want it to be flat, and it is super wonky. I'm going to get in here with my curved needle nose pliers and straighten it how I want it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm gonna tap this just a little bit. Whoop, just a little tip tap tap. Okay. And I like to, before I'm started, whoop, gotta stay in. Thank you for staying here and watching with me. Whoop. I'm gonna tighten this up a bit. That nice and tight. Oh, I forgot to put the bead on.
Wow.
I totally forgot to put the amethyst bead on. Well, I got another feather for some other project. If it was I was at home, I'd put it in my frames. I got a little pile of frames. All right, so that was, see, I had a little amethyst bead all picked out for it. All right, well, I got to cut another one, do a whole nother one. Maybe I'll do it faster this time. I'm gonna stop looking at my camera, which is also messing me up, and just work. So I got 3/4 of my cutters. I'm gonna use this side of my cutters so it's more flush. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, put these over here, and go ahead and file my piece. It looks like my left hand's extra shaky. It's because it is. I have a herniated disc, a C5, C6 herniated disc. And I have had 2 steroid injections, and I'm due for another one in a couple months. And they are helpful, but really rest and stretching and not overdoing it, which I I had to learn the hard way, and I'm still working on that, not to overdo it. When you're a mom with 3 kids and you got stuff to do, you got to do it. My husband works a lot, so. I think I hammered it up too far. Let's see. Did I hammer it up too far? Maybe I'll just leave. Oh. Ooh. This is really light amethyst. I mean, amethyst is just quartz with, I can't remember what mineral it is that makes it purple. Just quartz makes it sound like it's less than it is. I love amethyst. It's beautiful. Oh. Straighten it out a little bit. Come on. I feel like Happy Gilmore trying to get the golf ball in the hole. Are you too good for your hole? You too good for your home? Oh, my kiddo just gave me a funny look. You saw Happy Gilmore once, right, kiddo?
No.
Nope. Okay, fine. Not really appropriate. I watched it at your age, but I think we did watch it with you. You see this? It's tricky. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This is my crimping tool. It's a Zuron brand. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is the best crimping tool because I mean I've tried different ones over the years. This one works. Look at that. Gives you a nice crimp, and then you have these different sizes when you go to roll over your crimped finding. And I just use these all the time in wire wrapping and for everything because they're just so nice and small. So, see if I can, well, you know what? It's just going to be unperfect. It's mine, and I am definitely not perfect, even though my husband says I am. Smart man. Whoop. Okay, I'm going to get my rounded needle nose pliers again. round this sucker out. Okay, and then I'm going to pull it back to the front because that's how I like to do it. It affects how it hangs. Okay. All right, now I'm going to pop open this eye that I just made. Shabam. Ah! I'm gonna get this whether it likes it or not. Oh, I gotta be gentle. I'm starting to put little scuff marks in the back of it. I mean, it's gonna be in the back of the earring. No one's gonna see it, but I'll know it's there. Okay, and then expect all my eye pins, whether it be in a necklace, any of the eyes, I make sure that those are nice and tight because I hate it when hair gets into those. Flipping around. I swear I'm much more efficient when I'm not streaming. So I have been trying to make it to 500 followers on my YouTube channel because, you know, as we all know, monetization. I have no idea how much money I could really possibly make. But, you know, stay-at-home mom with a herniated disc. I am definitely trying to make money where I can, and I love making jewelry. Look at this. I just love this. I do teach jewelry classes at Open Space Art Gallery. Yeah, this is a pop-up make and take, and that's why I'm in the gallery right now. You can see over there Jacqueline Joanne's area where her art studio where she teaches classes. And this is the den area where people can do pop-ups. It's pretty cool.
I made
This is
an
my
egg
kiddo.
for my turtle.
My daughter and I are hanging out. She made an egg. You want to show your turtle?
It's not done.
You can flip it over? Or is that going to mess up? How cute is she? No pattern. She just winged this. And she won't let me teach her anything. I think, did I teach you how to do a single crochet stitch? No, nothing. She didn't, maybe a chain. I don't know if I taught her anything. She likes to do it all herself. I showed you chain.
Yeah.
But maybe she'll let me show her how to do something one of these days. I don't know. But yeah, I brought all my stuff here. It was storming out earlier. It was a tornado, or not tornado, but tornado watch a couple hours before I even came down here to set up. So I figured nobody was going to come today. It wasn't a ticketed event. It was just a pop-up make and take. So I'm going to start doing these more often. That's just some of my beads. I have, here's some of my charms over here. There's other projects going on down here. Like, ooh, what is that? So these are flowers that the other artists were making. I know it doesn't look like one, but they use this. I can't remember what they told me it was. But there's these really cool flowers that they made and painted that are attached to cinder block bricks that they also painted that are outside in front of Open Space Art Gallery, and they look so cool. And this Friday, we're having another third Friday. Haha. And last third Friday, this is what was available for the free kids craft. I helped cut out some of these, and it was like thicker paper, and the kids could all make a bouquet. All three of my kids made a bouquet for me. It was so adorable. And they really held up because they used paint markers and yeah. And for my make and take, I was teaching basic earrings, and I was just offering stretchy bracelets. I've got a couple of stretchy anklet bracelets. Pretty cool. And Rosa, you've got stretchy bracelets. So with my basic earring class, what I do is I just bring a range of stuff I usually have like all these charms. I try not to bring a pair of earrings that have beads or charms that I haven't brought in case someone wants to replicate exactly what I made and wants me to like walk them through how I made that. I have kids and adults that take my classes, and we go over what tools do I use, and we just chat about everything, and I just answer whatever questions they have and try to tell them whatever I think they might need to continue their jewelry making adventure. So these ones, they might initially look complicated, but it's just an eye pin. And I put some of these glass iridescent beads are fabulous. They have all sorts of cool beads at Hobby Lobby, but I usually buy my stuff in bulk off of Panda Hall or Amazon, or personal favorite, if you can go to a local auction place or pick up like some old vintage stone jewelry at secondhand shops. It's the way to go. These stone hearts, I just bought a package of agate stone charms, although these have been dyed. Okay, that's not a natural blue. And then that's purple fluorite. Let's see, ooh, labradorite with some glass beads in between and some freshwater pearls. Malachite with stainless steel turtles. And I really liked the stainless steel that's been anodized. As you can see, I have chains. And oh, look at the little astronauts. My kids really liked the astronauts. The package I got had some big ones. Had like 2 big ones in it and a bunch of other ones. It's from, I ended up throwing all my stainless steel anodized stuff in here. Oh. But, my kiddos, and their little cousin liked the big astronaut so much, ended up putting it on a keychain for them and a necklace. And then I threw my boxes over here because I just made it easy for myself today. Lots of chains. These are called, I think this is called paperclip chain. See, stainless steel. Holds up so well. I just love the anodized stuff. It looks so cool. And then brass. And look at this. I actually bought this. I'm like, you know what? I can use it for necklaces, but I also needed to replace the pole in our fan. And then when I got it, it's like a size or two too small. So, oh darn, I'll have to buy another roll. Another antique brass. This is super fine stainless steel chain, and I specifically bought this to use in like earrings. Now this chain, I'm not happy with. It was supposed to be 100% copper. I need to go back and leave a review on Amazon because this is not 100% copper. I spent about 3 hours wire wrapping an amethyst. They call them amethyst buttons, but it's like a little amethyst cluster for myself. I don't have it with me. And then I used this chain because I thought it's supposed to be 100% copper. I have worn it a lot, and the coating wore off, and it's aluminum underneath. Not happy about that. It's supposed to be solid. This is stainless steel, also anodized. It is super thin. It's not good for necklaces, but it's great for earrings and bracelets. Let's see. Earrings and bracelets. Whoop. I made both of these bracelets.
I found a candle.
Yes, that's fluid art. Little cabochons. They were a pain in the tuchus. Pain in the tuchus to get those in there. Okay? That's a whole different process. What'd you say, kiddo?
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay. All right. So, thank you. Oh, I did want to show this. This is the other project I was going to finish today, but I don't think I'm going to do it on camera because I kind of suck at the camera angles and stuff. But I cut 1 inch of chain and I put it on I ended up using this to weave this. I just used stainless steel. And just used thin stainless steel wire. And I actually put the chain on the wire and held it up, and then I would cut it. So then it was like holding it together. I just found it was easier than trying to measure 1 inch of that little thin chain with a ruler. So I kind of don't like there's this, oh, let's see. Boop. All right. There's this empty space with the chain. I was wondering next time, because I'm going to do another earring and finish it so it's symmetrical. It's so pretty. Oh, and this is faceted tourmaline. It's not obsidian. So it's kind of expensive to make because the faceted tourmaline beads were, oh, I think it was over $15 for a 15-inch strand. Yeah. But so these earrings, I'll have to price them pretty high compared to like if it was glass beads. Glass beads are much cheaper. But I was just like, oh man, I really want to make this specific earring in the faceted tourmaline. See, look, there's the rest of my beads. Thank you so much for being here and watching. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate a subscribe. Trying to make it to over 500 subscribers so I can start getting monetized. I, for a long time now, have had the watch time from all my shorts and stuff. But for like 4 years, I didn't make it over 200. I wasn't posting enough. And I wasn't comfortable, just like I'm not super comfortable live streaming right now. Thank you. You all have a nice day. I got to figure out how to back out of this. Bye. Yes, I want to stop streaming. Oh, almost dropped my phone.